the connections between the UK and China economic corporations have grown, definitely, and are still growing. And I think the growth will not stop. It will increase more and more so, especially if I look at like environmental projects. British Airways has invested in an environmental project here in China with the windmills to help you produce energy. And this is a big project to help you in an environmental friendly way to develop the energy that is needed to even grow your industries or demand for personal households.
What kind of partnership was that?
We, British Airways, are part of what we call the UN Corporate Responsibility Program. And in the UN Corporate Responsibility Program, they look around the world and say, where do we need to invest most to help on an environmental friendly development? And China comes to mind because you're growing so rapidly and you need more energy, you need to, but you also need to control the environmental impact. And so that's when British Airways signed up to this program. We then said, okay, China is also an area we fly to, and we think it's also a very good investment to help in China to develop the windmills and energy.
And you cooperate with the Chinese windmill company?
Of course.
Would you mind tell us the name of it, or maybe later you can tell me?
I am sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it properly, so I prefer to give you the name if you don't mind.
How much did you invest in that project?
Oh, this has gone through. Okay, this program is done by our carbon offset program. Okay. So the money that comes through passengers or companies that wish to offset their carbon, that's how we get our money, and this is what we then invest into the program. It's starting small, it's growing slowly and slowly because more and more companies are becoming more aware and they would like to offset their carbon and carbon footprint, and also that's why people are becoming more and more in like BA.com we say, would you like to offset your carbon footprint? And they can tick a box to say yes we will, and then we tell them how much that is, and that money will then go into this project.
And when did you start this project in China specifically?
It was about a year, 2 years ago.
Well, it's interesting. After flying to China more than 2 decades, you start to look at this the environmental problem in China, which grow alongside with the fast economic growth.
British Airways is a company that takes very seriously the corporate responsibility to society, and one area is the environmental side, and British Airways is one of the airlines that is moving very fast in looking at different types of projects and opportunities to improve environment around the world. The other side is what we have been doing for a long time, is looking after UNICEF. So every year we donate quite a bit of money, and the latest figure we had is nearly £25 million we have donated to UNICEF. And UNICEF, again, we look into projects to put into the community, and in China we have also given communities a opportunity for education. So we've helped to build schools, or we've helped to build hospitals, or we've helped to build just basic needs like a home. So that kind of money has then been invested into areas that are very poverty struck and need support, and British Airways and UNICEF have been able to do that also in China.
And for British Airways, since it operated so many years in China, you think this kind of corporate social responsibility is also important to you operating in China, which offers huge business opportunities to you.
I think we need to see that there's business opportunities, but there's also responsibilities with those opportunities. And the two areas we think we can help China most is help in the educational or community support, as well as in the environmental support.
Looking 3 years down the road, where do you see British Airways will be like in terms of size, profitability, or market share?
British Airways, we believe, will be in a very good position. We are profitable today, and I believe we will be profitable in the future. We have used Chinese banks to buy new aircraft, so we
really?
will. Yes. So the funding for our new aircraft, for the 787s and the Airbus 380, are from Chinese financial banks. So we are going to be more and more involved with China. So we don't just have the airline side. We, as I say, we are in different projects in China. So I think British Airways will play a big role in Chinese aviation, and we think we will grow with the Chinese economic.